Hello, you lovely, lovely people. Nice to be back again. You might not think so, but I like being here, doing little videos. And today's is basically, we're looking at buying a car. Well, to be more to the point, we're looking at buying a Suzuki Every Wagon. They call Every Wagon. There's many of them here, and they seem very reliable because there's so many of them. I've never seen any, broken down, and they're relatively cheap for what they are. But astonishment is there are a few places that sell them here, and I'm laughing because I just couldn't believe what I've just been seeing. Me, being me, just thought when you buy one, it's it is what it is. It's whole, okay. So when I went to this place to buy them, and they've got some lovely ones there, and the prices vary. So the guy said to me, well, what style do you want? I said, well, I want, like a modern one with, like a 4x4. What else did I say? I said, I don't mind if it's automatic or if it's, manual. I don't mind about that. So I'm thinking automatic, it's easier for my wife to drive as well, see? So that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, he said, well, just tell me what you want and we'll make you one. I said, what? He says, yes. He says, we'll make you one. So I said, what do you mean? I said, what, like, are you order it? No, he says, you tell me what you want, what colour, what body thing and transmission. He says, we'll make it. He said, come here. So I went out the back, because at the front there were about 6 or 7 of these Suzuki Every Wagons. Really nice. I went out the back. I couldn't believe it. It's like a junk shop. What they do, I didn't know this. When they ship them here from Japan, they cut the tops off. So all what is being here is the chassis and the engine. Everything is cut off. And what they do when they come to the Philippines, they cut and shut. So they weld them back together and weld them with different body, different. Couldn't believe it. Now I know in the UK, this is illegal, cut and shut. Here, it's not illegal. Now, people, spare me from my ignorance, okay? Is this just as strong? I mean, everybody has them. But I'm looking at this, and there is some out the back that they've stuck the bodies on top of the chassis. And you can see the welding marks. And it's at the back, and at the top, at the back, and around the front. And I'm thinking, this can't be as strong as what it was originally, surely to God. You might be able to tell me, people, I don't know. So now, I don't think I'll be getting like a Suzuki Every Wagon. But my neighbour's got one, and he says they're brilliant. And I said, does it like move around when you go around a corner? Can you feel movement in the chassis? And no, he says no, they're solid. Strange, isn't it? Anyway, that's just that thing. Another thing I want to talk about is since my wife, my wife's back now from the funeral. She was back a couple of hours ago, and been on my own for a few days. And although, many friends here, Filipino friends, but I don't think for me, I would like to be on my own here, I mean, like without a partner. I think, these few days of being on my own has given me a bit of a self-reflection. And realising how much that, you do miss your partner, when they're not here. Even if the communication isn't that good, you realise how much you miss them when they're not here. And, a couple of the Filipinos there at the night time said, pop round for a drink. which I did. Like I had a couple of drinks with him, but wasn't the same, you know. Wasn't the same. I felt a bit lonely, people. I did. I felt a little bit lonely. So I don't think I would like to be on my own here. You know, when I first came here, you know, apart from the scam that I suffered, my perception of being on my own has changed, because I've always liked my own company. I still do, to a degree, but I don't think I would like to live with myself, by myself, for any length of time. Probably get myself, you know, back into bad habits. And I can be on my own anywhere, couldn't I? I could go back to England and be on my own. So I think spending time, you know, like a little bit of time away from your partner, your wife, or whatever, I think it does, you know, give you time to reflect and realise how much that you do miss them. Or if you don't like your partner, when they go away, you might think, oh God, they've come back. I don't want them to come back. I'm just getting used to being on my own. But for me, it's the opposite. It really is, you know, the opposite. But yeah. And I saw, because I've had a few days on my own, I've had a little bit of time. And there was this 70-year-old guy, right? And I thought, who's he on? Is he on Chad Foster or something? Now, I don't really watch a lot of our YouTube channels. But this one just caught my eye, and it said, 70-year-old, living like a millionaire, would never go back to the US, and he's got 8 girlfriends. So I just clicked on it and I had a look at it. And this guy that I'm talking about, by the way, it's not Chad Foster. He was interviewing some guy, okay? It's not Chad Foster. And I'm thinking, this 70-year-old thinks he's like I couldn't believe, and he really thinks that, and the girls are like 23, 24 years old. And this guy really is under the illusion that they love him. And he said, they all want to marry me. They all want to marry me. He said, but I don't know which one to choose. And I'm looking at this video, guys, really I am. And I'm not laughing at him. I'm not. I'm kind of laughing because of how he's thinking. And he did mention his pension, how much he was on. It was quite a considerable amount of money. It would have to be, wouldn't it? To have 8 girlfriends. And he was just saying he would never go back to America. And he's living in Cebu City. With 8 girlfriends. 8 girlfriends. And he thinks that they all love him. And he thinks that they all want to marry him because of such a great guy that he is. Maybe he is. Maybe that's the reason. What do you think, people? What do you think? But, you know, it doesn't matter because he's enjoying himself. Even if he is under a false illusion. Possibly might be under a false illusion, people. I don't know. But anyway, he's enjoying himself. What else have I been doing? Not a lot. Because the weather's been quite shit. It's all right now. But it's been raining and it's been quite windy. So I haven't really been doing a lot. I haven't been far, to be honest with you. But getting back to these Suzukis. Has any of you guys got any of them here in the Philippines? And if you have, what do you think? I know they're very underpowered. They've only got a small engine. But I don't care about that. I'm not a speed freak. Those days are long gone. And I like the idea of being frugal with the gasolina. I'm even calling it gasolina now. It's petrol, isn't it? You're getting used to the Filipino word. But, I mean, if any of you guys have got them, and you've got any reviews, you know, please tell me in the comments, because I haven't been totally, you know, dissuaded away from them, because there's so many here. And I've never seen them break down. I've never seen them in an accident. Mind you, it depends on the welder, doesn't it? You could have an accident in one of them things and they just crumble like a crisp packet, perhaps. I don't know. Yeah, oh, that's another thing I was going to say. Oh, look at those mosquitoes biting my leg, look. Look, see it? And he was full of blood. He definitely got me. Yeah, so, yeah, my passport is being re-stamped. And what you have to do, which I didn't think about, was it's not just the transfer of your 13A permanent visa that you got to get transferred. It's the last entry stamp as well, which makes sense, doesn't it, really? Because if that wasn't transferred, they would know when you got here. So yeah, it's that and that, and it's been done. I've gone through JRC because they're such a good company, people, really, and I can't praise them enough because they've helped me out so many times, and it's always been tip top. Their their service is tip top. They, in my experience, they've kept in touch with me all the time and told me what was going on, and they're doing this for me now, and I know there's going to be no problems. Whereas if I did it, yes, it's not going to cost as much money, but it's time, isn't it? It's flying, it's getting to the place, and so for me it's a no-brainer. But I can't recommend JRC highly enough because they've been great with me. I can't knock them. So they do mine, which I'm happy about. That's it then, for like 10 years. Then I've got to renew my passport again in 10 years, but 10 years is a long way off, isn't it? And the only thing I've got to do then is renew my iCard, which is, you have to renew your iCard every 5 years. It's about $50 or something, which is no big deal. And as you people know, if you're on a 13A, you have to do an annual report once a year. Well, that's no big deal. It's quite nice, actually. Go down there, photograph, pay your 300 pesos, whatever it is, done. No dramas at all. And people, if you're married, I would definitely consider going for the 13A. I really would, honestly. I would definitely consider it, because it just takes away these visa every 2 months and things like that. Or the I don't know what it is, SRRV or something, or SV, I don't know what it is, the retirement visa. And I think if you've been in the military, it's very cheap. But if you haven't been in the military, it's very expensive. I think you've got to pay $10,000 or $20,000 or something, invest it into the Philippines, which is no big deal if you've got the money, is it? That way, you got your permanent residence here. I can never see myself going back to England, living. I don't want to go back there to live. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? All the dramas there. Everyone's out for each other. Ooh, terrible thought. Terrible thought. But anyway, people, I thought I'd just make this little video about the Suzuki, and I've just tangent on different things. But if you've got any knowledge of these Suzukis, cut and shut. Hello, my friend.
Hello, my friend.
Maya Napon. Yeah, so, and apparently they all like it here. They all come over with the tops cut off for the transportation, so they can get more in, isn't it? That's what it is. So people, that's it. My house, look, it's that's what I was going to say. Workers. At the end of last week, they said they'd be here for another week. They didn't turn up. I've had no workers here all this week. They just didn't turn up, so I'm going to have to get some other people in to finish off. You see there? They just didn't turn up. Don't know why. Perhaps they've got a price job somewhere that's worth more money. But never mind. People, listen, take care wherever you are, and whatever you're doing, do it well. Thank you very much for dropping by. Take good care of yourselves. Bye bye.